Welcome to Spotlight on Strength, the podcast that shines a light on the incredible members of our iDig Fitness committee and community. I'm your host, Amanda Swanson, and in each episode, we'll get up close and personal with one of the members of our iDig Fit fam. We'll share real stories, swap ideas, and spotlight the moments that keep us going strong. This is your chance to connect, celebrate, and be reminded that we're all in this together. So grab your headphones, settle in, and get ready to be inspired. This is Spotlight on Strength. Okay, so we are here with our first Spotlight on Strength podcast, and we have a special guest today. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi. Hello. My name is Dani Leffler, and I am a proud Boise native, born and raised here. I am the communication specialist here at IDLA, which is a new position. I've actually been working here since the early fall, and I love it. And I recently joined the fitness community, the iDig fitness community, to share my passion for fitness and just overall well-being. And I'm so excited to connect with everyone.
Well, we're really happy to have you here too, Dani. So tell us, what drives you? Like, what drove you to join our iDig Fitness community, and what drives you to stay active and involved?
Absolutely. I think a lot of it is driven from the fact that I am a fitness instructor. So I'm passionate about anything that gets the body moving and grooving. And for the last 5 to 6 years or so, I've been teaching indoor spin classes, and I'm just incredibly grateful for the energy and the creativity and the sense of community that it has brought into my life. I deeply understand the power of being surrounded by like-minded individuals who share the drive to grow and improve upon themselves, and that's exactly what drew me to the iDig Fit community.
Oh, I love that you teach indoor spin classes. Do you do that somewhere locally?
I do, yes. There's a studio here in the valley at the village, actually. It's called CycleBar, and that's where I've been.
Very cool. I love that. Okay, so my next question for you, hit me with what's an inspiring quote that keeps you working towards your goals?
Absolutely. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time, and it's actually a song lyric, but it goes, "You know that you've got a whole world to change, but understand who you've got to change first." And it's actually by Macklemore, who's one of my favorite musicians. And I just think there's so much weight to that, saying, yes, we have the power to do so much, but it has to come from inside first. And that's what we have to work on first and foremost.
I really love that. My therapist has a line that she always reminds me when I start to feel like kind of overwhelmed with life and having that idea of the whole world to change. And she always reminds me to focus on your ripple.
Yep, exactly.
I love that. Okay, so when we're talking about personal fitness and stuff, what are some of your personal fitness goals right now?
I actually have a pretty big fitness goal for myself right now. Luckily, teaching spin gives me a lot of cardio fitness, and that's fantastic and that's great. And I think that's actually really hard to get into sometimes. But I know for myself, I need to start incorporating more strength training fitness. And I've been trying different classes around the valley. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big group fitness girl. I don't like going to the gym just by myself and trying to figure out what to do. I like being told what to do. So I've been trying classes all around the valley, and I want to try something that involves yoga for not only strength, but the flexibility as well. And the other things that come with that, like breath work and meditation. Any kind of Pilates classes, I've been trying things like that, or just any kind of strength training boot camp. I really have a big goal this year to stay consistent with the cardio and the strength as well, so that I can build a well-rounded fitness routine.
I love that. I'm a lot like you, and I like to do some strength training and flexibility work and stuff like that, but I'm a really big fan of doing that through yoga and meditation versus just pumping iron at the gym.
Exactly. I completely understand. Yep.
Yeah. So like when you're working out and stuff, if you're say maybe not like in a group class or maybe when you are teaching one of your own group classes, do you have a favorite fitness app or podcast that you turn to?
I feel like I should have a better answer for this, but the the app that I use the most is Spotify. It's the music, it's the creation, it's the playlisting, and I think that's a huge part of why I love to teach the spin classes. Yes, it is obviously fun to get to work out and work at the same time and the people that you meet, but getting to share my creativity is a huge part of it. And the creativity comes through creating playlists and listening to different genres and, exposing people to well-known songs, but also new music. No workout I think is complete without music. I do not think I could work out in silence.
Yeah, I
It'd be
don't think
so
I
weird,
could
be so
either.
awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that that's not maybe technically a fitness app, but it is what I find myself using literally daily. So,
Yeah, I feel that. Have you checked out your Spotify Wrapped yet from
oh,
2024?
of course I have. Yes, it
It's one
was
of my
it was
favorite things every year to look forward to.
I do. I love looking at everybody else's. I'll go through and screenshot everybody's wraps on Instagram, and then I'll go search some of these artists that I've never heard of and find something new.
I love that. Well, I know that you're pretty new to our iDig Fitness group, still, but, we did a pretty cool challenge, I think in the springtime, and we made, like, an iDig Fit playlist that, like, helps us get motivated and maybe helps get us moving, like, on those, like, gloomy days when we don't really feel like doing anything. I think it might be time to reshare that in the group because there's some pretty good songs on there.
Oh, I love that. I would be super interested in hearing that.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. Okay, I have 2 more questions for you.
Awesome.
This one's gonna be just kind of a little fun because why not throw in something quirky? So, Dani, if you could make any unhealthy food in this world instantly nutritious, which food would you choose?
I am a huge film buff, movie buff, and one of my favorite things to eat is movie theater popcorn. It has to be movie theater popcorn. It has to have lots of butter. I think it just makes the movie that much better. So if I could make popcorn doused in butter and salt healthy, that would be amazing. A second choice would honestly probably be white rice. I could just eat a bowl of white rice every day by
Yes.
itself.
I really wish that popcorn was actually
Hmm.
nutritious because my goodness, my children and I would be thriving. We go through
Hmm.
so much popcorn. Okay, I have one last question for you. In what area of your sort of overall fitness and wellness do you feel like you're really thriving the most? We typically in the iDig Fit group, we focus on 4 areas: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual.
I believe that right now, because this is always ever changing, right? I think I'm thriving in my emotional wellness.
Oh,
And I think
that's
a big part of that is having the outlets and making the time for those things that bring me joy, such as the spin classes, being able to call up friends and talk to them if anything's on my mind, listening to music through Spotify, watching my movies, or even just something as simple as snuggling with my dog. I think that would be my biggest tip is to find something you love and to make it a priority and to hold yourself accountable. But if you need help from others, you're able to lean on them and they can help you along the way and keep you consistent because you have to carve out time for yourself. Like I said above, you have a whole world to change, but you have to understand who you have to change first. And you can't pour into others if your own cup is empty.
no, that's such great advice that I think becomes it feels so simple, but it becomes so easy to forget when we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, isn't it? Okay, I
Yep.
lied to you too because I told you it was the last question, but I have to know what kind of pup do you have and what is its name?
Yes, he is a cowboy corgi. So he
Oh
is
my
a
goodness.
corgi blue heeler mix, and his name is Django, like
I
the movie
love
Django Unchained. I
yeah,
wanted a I wanted a cowboy name, but I didn't want a typical cowboy name, so we went with Django.
I love it so much. Well,
Yeah.
you and Django take care, and thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for, joining us on our first episode of Spotlight on Strength.
Of course. Thank you, Amanda. I Appreciate it. This was fun.
Thanks for tuning in to Spotlight on Strength. We're so glad you joined us and hope you're feeling inspired to keep pushing forward. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out the latest happenings in the iDig Fitness Schoology group. And if you're not yet a part of it, what are you waiting for? Send us a request to join. Until next time, keep shining bright and stay strong, friends.